I'm Anthony.
Hi, Emily.
Okay, let's try this again. It's been a long time, folks. Almost 4 months since I made the last video. I bet you can tell I'm not in the Philippines right now. I'm in the U.S. in Phoenix. I left the Philippines November 23rd last year. Not that I wanted to, but I had to take care of some business here in the U.S. I'll tell you in a nutshell, and I hope you never do what I did. Um, when I left the U.S., part of my plan was to be able to collect rent from a renter on my property in Northern California. Um, well, that never happened. Uh, it was the beginning of COVID, and the person who I entrusted my place to turned out to be not trustworthy, bottom line. She never paid any rent and proceeded to trash the place out. And since this was during the era of COVID, there was hardly anything I could do about it, especially remotely from the Philippines. Actually, I traveled to Costa Rica and to Panama before I got to the Philippines. And so now that COVID's over, I decided I have to come back here and evict her. And so that's what I've been doing. And it's a tough situation, especially in California. The renters have all the rights, and the landlords have hardly any, and it's a tough thing to get rid of somebody, and especially if it's somebody who doesn't have a regular job. Because if they had a regular job, you could garnish wages and so on to collect back rent, but that's not going to happen in this case. But my case gets even worse. I'm being forced to sell the place, so I'm going to be here until I'm able to find a buyer, an as-is buyer for the place. Meanwhile, I'm here in Phoenix taking care of my very sick sister, who's bedridden and doesn't have anyone else in the world to take care of her. So as things turn out, it's fortunate that I'm able to be here to help her, and also gives me a chance to visit my 95-year-old father in Southern California, and my daughter and her three kids, my three grandkids. And then before I come back, I'm going to take a trip to Tucson, to Tennessee, where my son moved to last year, and they just bought a big, beautiful new house for him, and is now five five girls. He's got five girls. My gosh! So I have eight grandkids now. It's amazing. So I miss the Philippines terribly. I miss my Ellie terribly, and I can't wait to get back. And the crazy things that are going on in the U.S. I I really can't wait to be gone. And there's crazy things that goes on in the Philippines too, but I'd much rather deal with those things than what's going on here. So if you're ever in a position where you're traveling, you're retiring, and you're renting a property, just be super careful who you rent to, and have someone around who can manage the situation. That was the other thing. I didn't have anyone to really keep an eye on my renter. So, but it was my bad judgment in the person that I that I let stay there. I had trusted her, but it wasn't well founded. So okay, I will try to make some more videos, and before I leave, keep you updated, and certainly when I jump on the plane to fly back to the Philippines. See ya.